So I have to record all of my videos on a really terrible computer and a desk lamp that I have sitting on my nightstand because I didn't think to bring my camera along because it slipped my mind yesterday that Trenched was released today and I was not prepared.
Excuse me.
A bunch of fellow emo accounts on Instagram. I know that people get offended when I say that 21 Pilots is emo, but you know what? Bleh. That's how all conflicts should be resolved. Trench got released today, so I need to listen to it because I woke up this morning and went on YouTube. I was watching Crank That Frank, as you do. In my recommendation area, it showed a community post from 21 Pilots saying, hey, Trench just got released. I mean, it didn't actually say that exactly, but Trench got released and I forgot that today was the day. I've been waiting 2 months for this album and I had it labeled on my calendar and everything, but like, forgot about it. I disappoint myself. So, y'all might kill me when I say this, but they released Jumpsuit, Nico and the Niners, Levitate, and My Blood over the course of time, and I haven't listened to Levitate or My Blood since they've been out. Don't kill me yet. I did listen to Jumpsuit, Nico and the Niners, and they're fantastic. I haven't listened to the other two yet. So, that's what I'm gonna do, because I'm looking at this right now, and I see Levitate is just below Jumpsuit. I'm not gonna listen to Jumpsuit, because here's the thing, my floor is very uneven, so like if I jump even a tiny bit, the whole camera shakes because I have it sitting on a nightstand. Listen, I'm not the best YouTuber. I've never recorded myself making a video, so y'all are lucky because this is very important. This is worthy of my face being shown. This mess. And I have my 21 Pilot shirt on and everything. I have my emo hat. I am very much prepared. Oh, I messed up my hair. Let's just get into it. So the first song is Levitate, as you may know, if you've already listened to the album. Most of you have probably heard Levitate if you are fans of 21 Pilots. I haven't heard it yet, so I have to. God. God, I love this so much. Okay, wait. Can I just say, like, I'm totally digging Josh Dunn's drumming in the background. I love Josh Dunn with all my heart. And, like, just hearing this, like, beat of, like, and he's still rapping. That's incredible. It's, like, not the really fast rapping from Heavy Dirty Soul, but, or, like, Kitchen Sink, but it's really nice. I enjoy, like, the nice evenness of rap. My mouth isn't working. Let's go. I don't know what he's saying, but I love it. Does he stop? This is amazing. I can see why everybody loved this song when it came out. It's really awesome. Sorry, I'm not the best at forming words in English, which is weird because I am English and you would think I am good at it, but I'm really not. More neurological than not neurological, so it's either just gonna be really long pauses of awkward silence while I'm sitting here jamming out and drinking Dr. Pepper. By the way, Dr. Pepper, this should be one of the 7 capital virtues. Like, you know, like, the virtues like I mean, I'm not sure if kindness counts as one now that I think about it. Diligence, humanity, humility, patience, charity. This should be the 8th one, or just replace one, because Dr. Pepper is a virtue. Not sponsored by Dr. Pepper, by the way. I would love to be, but I'm not a big channel. Let's continue to the last 19 seconds of Levitate. Did I just say Trench? I'm assuming nothing comes at the end of this. I might be making a huge mistake, but I do know that there is a lot of lore surrounding Trench, and I'm very deep into it. It's so creative. I have to give them so much props for this album. It's magnificent. That was all I would say. I really do like it. I like that nice, relaxing rap that was going on. Like, a lot of songs are very upbeat. You can't really relax when you hear them. It's hard to just like mellow out, especially with rap music. But with that song in particular, it was like nice and mellow. It wasn't too crazy like some of their other songs would be. So if I feel like this would be a song I could fall asleep to, and not in a bad way because it's actually great. It would just calm me down a lot while also sticking to a genre I rather enjoy. The next song, God, my throat is so dry. The next song is Morph. This is one of the new songs. I don't really know what to expect from Morph. I really hope it's good. I dig it. I'm getting like migraine vibes from this. It's like brought down a, I think brought down a key. Sorry, but so ever since like Fall Out Boy came out with Mania, Panic at the Disco came out with Pray for the Wicked, like there's been so much use of horns in their songs, trumpets and saxophones and trombones, even like in American Beauty and American Psycho. I love hearing that in this kind of music. Let us continue. Sorry, but sorry, I'm reacting to the weirdest things. Like, there's so much stuff that I want to get excited about, and I'm trying to like portray that excitement, but I really can't because I'm so internal. I probably would be able to better if I did not have other people in my house. I'm an awkward person, so I would rather not have somebody walk in and ask why I'm talking to people through my computer and why I'm standing in the middle of my room next to my electric piano. I have a Casio electric piano. It's great. It really is. Like, sometimes the way the notes come together when you're doing chords is kind of annoying. It really is a nice keyboard. It's really nice, and I use it constantly. I'm getting off topic. We're supposed to be listening to Trench. I wasn't pausing, I was just checking how long the song is. Not that I'm getting sick of it, I'm just curious. Because some of these songs are very long, or they're longer than they seem. So, I'm curious, do all of these songs relate to the story of Dima and Clancy? I should look up the lyrics to these songs later, because for now, it's kind of hard to understand what's being said, but I'm kind of just jamming out to the beats. I do like the chorus a lot to the song. It sounds very modern, if that makes any sense, but I can hear small repeats of certain instruments or the instant cutoff and coming back of an instrument. I don't know musical terms, which is weird because I was in band, but yes. I'm not sure if I like this song as much as I liked Nico and the Niners. Nico and the Niners is my favorite, definitely, out of the newer singles that were released, with like Jumpsuit being close behind that. I feel like if I knew the lyrics to this song and listened to it a bit more, I would end up liking it, kind of like how I was with Blurry Face. I didn't like that song much, but, oh my god, kill me now. I didn't like a lot of the songs on Blurry Face when they first came out, and I'm not sure what it was. I think it was just a lack of lyrical understanding. To me, they just sounded like nonsense. Now that I know what they mean and that they have a deeper meaning to them, and I've actually like dug in and analyzed the songs a little bit more, I appreciate them much more than I did before. Don't kill me, click. Just, it was a process that I went through. I actually do like that a lot more. I love the horns in it. It added to it quite a bit. I feel like I wouldn't like it as much if it didn't have that. little extra detail in it. The littlest instruments can make the biggest change in a song, and I feel like this song would not be as good as I thought it was if not for that. I also just, I don't know how to explain it. I do really like this song, but I feel like I like the song better when I know what the lyrics are. So now it's My Blood. This was the other single I didn't listen to, and that I might receive crap about not listening to it for this long, but now I'm going to listen to it, and I hear it's a great song.
When everyone you thought you knew deserts your fight,
The mood.
I'll go with you. When choices end, you must defend. I'll grab my bag and go with you.
So forgive me if I have my eras of music wrong, but this sounds like something that would have come out, like, it sounds kind of disco-y, which is probably very wrong, but very slight Earth, Wind, and Fire feel. It's like something that would have come out in the 90s. That might be very wrong. God, this video is going to be flagged by so much people for false information. This is a really nice song. Sometimes you have those really dark days where you feel like nobody is there for you and you don't have anyone. This is one of those songs that I would listen to be reminded that you are not alone and that there is somebody there. You might not know that there's people there, but there are people there. This is one of those songs I would listen to. My voice sounds like this because it's cold in my house and I'm wearing a t-shirt, but I have to wear it because it's 21 Pilots and Trench came out today. So that means I have to dedicate. It's so cold in here. Let's continue. Who's the person who sang I Will Survive? Her name's slipping my mind. I don't remember if her first or last name is Gloria, but I think it had Gloria in it. That's what this reminds me of. I need to look that up. I don't remember her name. Oh, this is gonna bother me for a while. But that's what this reminds me of. Oh my god, I'm shaking the camera. Can I even call it a camera? It's kind of just a circle sitting on top of my computer. There's so many other groups this reminds me of, but I can't think of them off the top of my head because I'm really excited. And my brain's kind of scattered everywhere. I can never make a cohesive thought. Cohesive? Comprehensible. That's a better word. A comprehensible thought.
I'll jump right in and pull my pin. Go with you. I'll go with you.
Pull my pin? Josh Dunn. You know, these songs probably sound better if you're listening to them through headphones or an actual speaker, but I'm kind of just listening to them coming in from my phone, so rip. That was amazing. I loved it. I don't know what I'm doing with my hands. It was just as great as everybody said it was going to be. It's one of the songs that fills you with some kind of hope, if that makes any sense at all. It made me really happy listening to it. You do need to feel like somebody's there. Even if I can't see them, they're in my phone. It's kind of some kind of sense of warmth, as in somebody's listening to you, even though you think they're not listening to you. The next song is called Chlorine. It cleans you, doesn't it? Or it doesn't clean you, it cleans pools. Chlorine? Yes, that's chlorine. It cleans things. I feel like, just guessing, it's a song about cleansing yourself? I'm gonna regret saying that. Let's listen to it. I don't know what that was. I'm curious. I want to know what that was. Hold on. I heard, so where are you? That might not be what they're saying. That's what I heard. So I don't know who's talking. Last song, I think, if these are all in points of view from people in DEMA, Oh my god, so much of what I'm saying is incorrect, I can already tell. Sounds like either, that could be anybody actually. The Niners talking to Clancy, asking where he is so that they can bring him back. If it's Clancy talking to the Banditos, wondering when they're gonna get there. Or the Banditos looking for Clancy. I don't know. I'm making stuff up as I go because it makes sense in my head, but it's probably more complicated or less complicated than that. Oh my god, people are gonna kill me. Let's listen to the song. So this is about cleansing yourself. Unless, is chlorine poisonous? It probably is. I feel like anything's poisonous. I don't know why I'm asking if it is. It definitely is poisonous to consume. Sipping on chlorine, like, it's as if, wait a minute, it's like you're cleaning yourself, but you're killing yourself at the same time. Oh, this is definitely in Clancy's point of view. I can understand this song much better, probably because it's not going 100 miles per hour. Don't save my seat. You don't do that because you're not going. So, I can't remember all of what they just said. I just know, this is Clancy's point of view, I'm drinking Dr. Pepper to try and settle my nerves because I'm not used to talking in front of a camera. I feel like I'm being very awkward. I can feel the awkwardness radiating between us. Hi, how are you? I'm this awkward in real life too, so don't expect anything better. I cracked myself up. Let's continue. Whoa! Pause. Sorry, that, I don't know why this interests me so much. Dima is such an interesting concept. I feel like Dima is supposed to represent your mind and getting out of your mind, and you feel like you can't. And Clancy represents that one tiny bit of hope that you have that you can get out. And Banditos is the people who want to help you get out of your mind, trying to escape his mind. There are walls built up around your mind so you feel like you can't get out of your mind. That's what I think this is. And hearing them talk about it in a song about cleaning yourself and killing yourself at the same time, that's incredible. I'm not good with words. Maybe I have an unpopular opinion that this is a great song. This is definitely one of my favorites so far. I do know that when Pray for the Wicked came out, my favorite song was and still is The Overpass, and that is a very unpopular opinion. A lot of people don't like that song. It's very, well, lyrically poor, I think, is what people said. And I do agree that The Overpass is very lyrically poor compared to, like, their other songs. But I love the song regardless. His vocals, oh my god. Brendan Urie is a lord. We're getting off topic. This is supposed to be about 21 Pilots, not about Panic at the Disco. That's for another time. When is that time? I don't know, but there's always time. Let's continue. Why does this remind me of Billionaire by Travis McCoy? The rap section, except it's a lot more downhearted, or downbeat. Downbeat? No, that's a thing. Whatever the opposite of upbeat is, it sounds more depressing. I like this song a lot. I'm just, I don't have a lot of space for video on my laptop, so I'm gonna stop there with Chlorine, and y'all are probably gonna kill me for that, but I still have a lot of songs to get through. Maybe if you stop talking, you would be able to listen to all the songs. Great idea, but then that would be a boring video, wouldn't it? I mean, this is already a boring video. We don't want to make it worse. The next song is called Smithereens. I'm gonna put it on. Boom.
You know, I've always been collected, calm and chill. If I'm feeling, someone stepping towards you can't describe just what I'm feeling. For you, I subway 153. For you.
153? How that probably means something. Most of this video is gonna be me saying, that probably means something. They've never mentioned 153 before, have they? Am I behind on my lore? You had one job. I'm sorry. I've been busy preparing for Trench and then forgetting about the day it was releasing. I'm a fake fan. I love these light high notes that he's doing. He doesn't bring his voice up a lot, so this is a nice change. I don't remember a song where he did that. You're gonna hate me for this, but I haven't really heard anything off of the original 21 Pilots album. See, I am a fake fan. Confirmed. If there are songs where he's hit notes like that, then good for him. I've just never personally heard him do it. Or at least I can't think of a song off the top of my head where he did. I'm trying to think of one now. Goner had him yelling really loudly, but actually singing a note that high is different. I like it a lot. I'm not gonna continue, because I have limited time to record. You know, I like this song too. I like all of these songs, actually. They're very nice. It's not like I was expecting them to be bad or anything, because 21 Pilots, Tyler and Josh are geniuses when it comes to music, and I don't care what anybody else tries to tell me. I'm not, like, closed-minded on opinion. Have your own opinion. I don't mind. Just don't be a jerk about your opinion. Jeez. Yeah, I like 21 Pilots a lot. I'm one of their fans. Don't hate me for liking 21 Pilots. Don't hate me for liking Fall Out Boy, because they're basically a meme. Don't hate me for liking Panic at the Disco. Don't hate me for liking My Chemical Romance. I love all of them. I love listening to their music, because it means a lot more than most of the songs you'd hear on the radio nowadays. So I'd rather listen to their music instead. Even though My Chemical Romance is coming back. They will. They're coming back. 2019. Mark it on the calendar. They'll return. I believe they will. Back on topic. Neon Gravestones. You know, I'm reading this, and this reminds me of the church music video from Mania, when Patrick's laying there, like, with his arms crossed, and he's wearing his fedora, which, by the way, I feel like resembled the fact that he no longer wanted to wear his fedora, so his fedora was dying in the coffin. It reminds me of that, except it's not a gravestone, it's a coffin. They went to the church, they found Patrick Stump's body in a neon coffin, and they buried it. They buried him. They buried his fedora. They gave it a neon gravestone to match. I don't know what I'm saying. I woke up and I immediately, like, I'm still wearing my pajama pants on. I literally just woke up so that I could listen to this album because people were messaging me about being late. I'm very tired. I don't really know what I'm saying. If you can make sense of it, good for you. I'm impressed. I can't even make sense of what I say half the time. Neon gravestones. Let's listen to it. No, sorry, this already makes me sad. I can't listen to this. Okay, wait. That song is called Leave the City. I don't know how I feel about that. I feel like it's either gonna be really happy or really sad. There can't be an in-between on that. I mean, I read Clancy's last note, and he was happy, but he was having doubts. He was scared of his own image and scared of his own immaturity. Scared he'd die of uncertainty. He's not uncertain anymore, though. Why? Because he's out in Nema. Congratulations. This makes me sad, but we're gonna listen to it anyway. I'm sorry, I don't know what's happening. This is overwhelming me with emotion right now. I don't even know. It's like Dying in LA, The Ghost of You, and Goner all came together and made a child and called it Neon Gravestones, because, you know, that makes sense. It's overwhelming me a lot. Like, I don't cry when I listen to music. Not very often, anyway. I do remember going and seeing Panic live in Boston during the Pray for the Wicked tour with my best friend, and we were both crying during Dying in LA because it was very emotional and you could just see flashlights everywhere. So it made me very sad. Goner did not make me that sad. My Chemical Romance, oh my god, I don't even know what was happening. Like, they tore my heart apart, especially when I found out that they were no longer making music. What? Let's continue listening.
I could give up and boost up my reputation. I could go out with a bang. They would know my name. They would host and post a celebration. My opinion will not be lenient. My opinion, it's real convenient. Our words are loud, but now I'm talking. lacking action. We don't get enough love, well, they get a fraction. They say, how could he go if he's at everything? I'll mourn for a kid, but won't cry for a king.
This is definitely my favorite so far. This has now become my favorite. I understand it perfectly. It's kind of like what people see towards depression in a way, you know? I do know I have people who, when I tell them I'm depressed and that I don't like certain aspects of myself or my life, not for any particular reason, it's just like my brain is yelling at me. You listen to your head because you don't know what else to do. It's very hard to argue with yourself, especially when the part of you that you're arguing with is a lot stronger than it should be. That's what I like to think depression is. Your brain got too strong and it's trying to tear you apart. That's what a lot of people think. They're like, how can you be so unhappy with the life you have? You should be really happy with what you have, or with the person you are, because there are so many other people out there who are meaner than you are, who don't have the ability to think the way you do. So how can you possibly be unhappy with your life? You don't know how to explain that you're happy with your life. You feel blessed for having it, but sometimes you just question it. It's not like you absolutely hate everything all the time. It's just you don't know how to feel. It's as if everything for a day, months, years, it just has this empty feeling that you don't know how to get rid of. That's what it is. And I understand that completely. Sometimes you just wake up and wonder what the hell you're doing. If any of you out there have depression or anxiety or anything that just makes you question why you're alive, if you ever have people who come up to you and say you should be blessed with what you have and you have no reason to be depressed, I understand entirely. It's not fair in a way that they get the right to judge you for what you think when you can't really control what you think yourself. I'm going to stop listening to this before I have some kind of mental breakdown. How many songs do we have left? We have 7. How many songs does this album have in total? We've listened to 6. You know what I'm going to do? I'm not going to listen to Nico and the Niners when I have it turned on. Upload, this is a part 1 of listening to Trench, and then later on, I'll upload a part 2 of listening to the rest of Trench. Because that seems like a good idea. I need time to, gather myself, I guess. That kind of hit me harder than it should have. You know, sometimes you get lost in your own head. Sometimes to stay alive, you gotta kill your mind. I'm hilarious. I'm not this cringeworthy in real life, okay? If anybody out there watched this, thank you. And I'm sorry that my channel has gone silent for such a long time. Making animations about Danganronpa. I still love Danganronpa, by the way. It is literally my favorite video game series. I'm upset that Spike Chunsoft is stopping it for right now, but I understand entirely. Kodaka needs to do other stuff. So, I'm sorry that I dropped animating without telling you guys why I dropped animating. Maybe I did. I don't remember. I haven't been on my channel in like a year. It's as if I were on hiatus. That was a dark joke to make. Well, this is me. Hi, you might see me more. Maybe. If you want to see me more. If you do, I will work towards getting better equipment and stuff so that I don't sound like a potato. Not that I'll sound any better when I have a microphone. I'm still gonna be really awkward. Maybe I'll gain confidence over time. Maybe, I don't know. It could happen. If you do want me to make a part 2 to reacting to Trench, I'll do that. For right now, I don't have an outro. I'll find one. I'll make one. One day. One day we'll have an outro. But for now, you can just say bye. Bye.